All right, Pilates style. So let's go and see how we feel after this. A little gentle warm up. All you really need is a firm chair nearby. Socks on or socks off, doesn't matter. I like to ditch the socks. And put a little bit of spunk into your soul. And if you don't have any there right now, you're going to have some in a few minutes. Always so important to start when you're exercising to really connect with your breath. And just feel that air come in through the back of your throat, nose or mouth, right down to open up your tummy. As we pump our arms and shoulder blades are down, we'll just open it up to some nice wide step touches here, just taking our arms up and down out the side, thinking about the breath moving into your tummy, dropping your shoulder blades. I want you to think about your pelvic tuck slightly in place here. Now we're going to make a little change here, taking a toe touch and a rotation. Arms and torso just freely rotating. Really important here to put that pelvic tuck in place so there is not a lot of arch in the lower back. Shoulder blades are down and freely letting yourself turn. I'm going to take this to a wide march now from here. Knees are turned out, tuck is in place. This is important here. Lengthen yourself up right through your head, a little bit longer. We're dropping down a titch and back up and down a little bit more now, and back all the way up. Pelvic tuck is in place. A little bit down and a little bit lower and back up. And we'll bring our feet together. Feeling that breath move in through nose or mouth, right down to the tummy, and breathing it out a little bit faster now, pumping the arms, light on your toes. Now we're going to move into a step back, touching one foot at a time behind. And as we do that, we'll take the arms up overhead, thinking about chest lifted, shoulder blades always down. Feel your hips moving back as you step back. Now I want you to leave your arms up overhead, pull the arms back, drop the shoulder blades. Arms are in a wide V as you step back. Feel your hips pushing back. Pull the arms back just a little bit further, and we'll drop them down now and take this to a march again for the last 30 seconds. We're picking this up nice and quick. Shoulder blades are down, breath flows right into the tummy and out, and we're just going to slow it right down. Okay, big breath in and out. Arms come up in a wide V. Feet are also wide apart. We're going to come up onto our toes. Make sure now that you exaggerate your length as you raise the heels and then slowly lower the heels. Feeling yourself with a pelvic tuck in place to keep it back, flat back, and lengthen now through your chest and right out through your head. Pull your arms back a little bit further now behind you. If it bothers your shoulders, widen your V. Squeeze your buttocks. Feeling the breath flowing right down to your tummy and out. And last two, pulling the arms way back, shoulder blades are down, squeezing the buttocks, and we're finished. Shaking arms out and legs. Okay, we're going to the wall on our palm. Left palm is mine. So the left foot is behind, right foot in front. We're going to take our side plank against the wall. So move yourself away a significant distance so that it challenges you a little bit. Arm is comfortably out to the side. Hips are forward. Tuck the pelvis in place and just hold your position. If it's too easy and you don't feel it on the left side of your glute and flank, you need to move away from the wall a little bit further. Make sure to push the left palm into the wall, dropping that left and right shoulder blade, squeezing into the left buttocks. Push firm into the left palm. Pelvic tuck is forward and feeling the flow of your breath now. Imagine that your lower back through your torso is in touch with a wall behind you, trying to bring your lower back towards that wall with a pelvic tuck. Holding the left hip squeeze. Now we're going to sink a little bit with our left hip towards the wall and floor and push that hip away as we squeeze that left buttock, sinking and pushing the left hip away. Sink, squeeze the left hip as we pull it away. Sink and squeeze. It's not a big sink, just a little bit, but really feeling the power in your left glute to push that left hip away from the floor and wall. Shoulder blades are down. You feel your pelvic tuck is in place as if your lower back is flat towards the wall behind you. And this is one more. Hold your position, pelvic tuck. And we're going to shake that out. We're going to our other side. On the right palm, right foot is behind slightly. Move yourself away so you have a good challenge, pushing the right palm into the wall. Now we're just holding that position. Shoulder blades are down. And that pelvic tuck is in place, imagining the small of your back is close to a wall behind you. Feel the squeeze in your right buttocks, and if it's not enough challenge, you can move further away from the wall, pushing firm into the right palm so you can feel your right flank and the power in there to hold you up along with your right glute. Shoulder blades are down and the breath moves well down to your tummy. You can feel your tummy push the air out. And we'll begin to pulse here. We're sinking the right hip a little bit towards the floor and then squeezing the buttocks to push the hip away. Continue to press firm into your right palm. If it bothers your shoulder, move into the wall a little bit. If you really are uncomfortable, then take a break, or you can try going on your elbow. Feeling the squeeze in the right buttocks as you push the right hip away from the floor or wall. Feeling the pelvic tuck is there to keep a flat, low back. Imagining your low back is close to a wall behind you. Connect with your breath. And there's our last one right here. Hold your position, pushing through the right palm, squeezing into the right buttocks to keep the right hip away from the floor. And we're all done. Shake that all out. You should feel that on the sides of your buttocks. Okay, we are going to move to our chair on our palms or elbows, your choice. I'm going to go on my palms. Right foot is back. Push into the palms. Shoulder blades are down. Left foot is back. Now just make sure that your hips are not too low. Make sure that if they're too low, you might feel strain on the small of your back. So we'll just bring the hips up if there's any strain at all. It can be just a micro shift of your hips coming up a little bit. And when you do bring them up just that little bit, you can feel more of your lower abdominals. Now push firmly down into your palms. Drop your shoulders. Can you lift your chest and lengthen through your head as you squeeze your glutes, keeping the hips not sunk too low? Just a little shift forward can make more strain on the back. Pulling the hips back can be much more comfortable. Squeezing the buttocks. The breath is flowing down to the tummy, pushing firm through your palms. Be strong for a final breath. And all the way out. We'll bring one foot forward and the other. Shake out our arms. Roll your shoulders. Fantastic. All right, we're going back to the wall for our side plank with our leg movement. On the left palm, left leg is behind. Tuck the pelvis, imagining there's a wall behind your back that you're trying to flatten your back toward. And as we move the right leg off to the side, we're keeping that pelvic tuck. So the small of our back is close to, we're imagining that it's close to a wall behind us, even though I have a wall right behind me. Drop your shoulder blades and push firm into that left palm. And it also helps to push into your left heel to keep your left hip away from the wall instead of it being sunk towards the wall. Be strong now, really feeling the length that you're creating with your pelvic tuck, your chest lifted, and long from your left heel through your hip and torso. Finishing up here. And there's our last one. Other side. Onto the right palm. Right leg is behind. Pelvic tuck such that the low back, we're trying to make it flatter as we move the left leg off to the side, feeling your shoulder blades down as you press firmly through your right palm. If you're too close to the wall, move away a little. You want to feel this not only in your right flank and right shoulder, but also in your right glute. Maybe a little shift for me. You find what lean angle is best for you to control the pelvic tuck so your lower back is flat, imagining it's flat against a wall behind you. Feeling your breath flowing right down and out from your tummy. And this is our last one. There we go. Let's shake that out. Whew. Now you certainly should feel that on the sides. Give everything a shake and roll of the shoulders. Okay, in sitting, actually not in sitting, I lied. We're going to go against the wall. So our left shoulder is against the wall. We're about, our hip is not touching the wall really, but our left foot is about 3 or 4 inches away from the wall. Right foot is behind the left one. I'm going to take the arms out in front. And we want to open up our right arm, bring it in front of us, and then back towards the wall. And as we go through this rotation, we're really thinking about all the things we know, keeping our length starting at the pelvic tuck, length through your chest. Now let your rib cage roll. See if you can bring the right shoulder and shoulder blade closer to the wall without arching your back. Keeping the tuck in position as you open up your mid-back. A little tip here. Squeeze your right buttocks. That's the right leg behind you. Squeeze that right buttocks as you attempt to bring your right arm back towards the wall. If you don't touch the wall, that's fine. We're just working on opening up the mid-back, the rib cage. Now for our last repetition here, we're going to hold that end position. Again, even if you don't touch the wall, that's fine. Pull your right arm back as far as you can. Feel the squeeze of the muscles between the shoulder blades and the back of your right shoulder. Push your left arm back into the wall as well, squeezing your right buttocks, holding the tuck, chest is lengthened, and we're back to the middle. Whew, that was quite a bit of work in the middle back. Can you feel that? Right arm is on the wall, right foot is in front, left foot is behind slightly, and the right foot is about 3 inches away from the wall. Left arm comes in front now, keeping the pelvic tuck in place as we sweep our left arm across and back, attempting to get as close as we can to the wall. And again, that little trick or tip is the squeeze in your left buttocks. Lengthen through your chest, pull your chest up, holding the left buttock squeeze as you go back towards the wall, particularly squeezing in the left buttocks. Chest is lifted right through your head. One side is usually a little bit more stiffer than the other. For me, it's this way. Connect with your breath and the position of your pelvic tuck as you squeeze that left buttocks. And now for our final repetition, we are going to pull towards the wall and now really push that left arm back towards the wall, even if you're not touching. Feeling the muscle contraction between the shoulder blades and the back of your left arm. Now push the right arm also into the wall, holding the left buttock squeeze with your pelvic tuck. Lengthen through your chest. And we're all done. Shake everything out. Quite a stretch there. Roll your shoulders. Okay, we're going to get up on our wide feet again here. Arms are up overhead. Now let's see how well we do. We're pulling our arms back into that wide V, feeling the muscle contraction between the shoulder blades. Squeeze your buttocks and lift the heels and slowly lower. Widen your stance if you're a little bit wobbly. Feeling the buttocks squeeze and pulling the arms back. Wider arms if you need to. Shoulder blades drop down. Feeling the muscle squeeze between the shoulder blades towards the middle back. Very little tension should be in the neck. Widen your shoulders if there's too much tension in your neck. Squeeze the buttocks. And we've got one more. And shake that out. Shoulders rolling, shake out the arms. All right, we're going to grab our chair. And this is where we'll do some planks on our palms again with our alternate heels. So you can go on your elbows. With my firm chair, I'm going on my palms. So you choose what's best for you. One leg is back, pressing firm down into your palms, relax your shoulders. Bringing the second leg back, make sure you squeeze the buttocks firmly. The hips are in the proper position, so there's no strain or very little strain on the small of your back. If you're feeling too much strain, your hips are too low. Bring them up a bit. Once you do that, you can feel the lower abdominals even more. Alternating our heel presses now. Oh, and if you are stiff, you might very well feel this nice stretch into your calf and your Achilles tendon. As we go through heel to heel, pressing to the floor, being very mindful that your hips are not sinking forward, keeping the hips in that exact spot where you feel minimal to no strain on your low back, but also keeping that line, that straight line that is our basic yet fundamental plank position. Shoulders are down. Be strong and connect with your breath. Tune into your hips where they're positioned. Pressing each heel towards the floor. Be strong with your arms. You can finish up here, pressing firm through the palms. Relax your shoulders. Lift up the chest. Keep it long, right through your head. One more breath, right in and out. And we are finished. Shake those arms out and shoulders. Whew, that was excellent work. Well done. Okay, get rid of our chair. Now we're going to go into tandem stance. Right foot, I have my right foot in front of my left. We're going to tuck the pelvis. Put your one hand, if you can, behind the small of your back, trying to flatten that curve. Pushing the left heel into the floor, feel the squeeze in the left hip. Chest is lifted and you've lengthened right out through your head, exaggerating that just a little bit. Now connect with your breath, and I want you to close one eye if you can, or cover it. And we're going to slightly bend our knees and straighten them back up. And as you go through this, yes, we're focusing on balance, but we're really focused on keeping that length. Starting at your pelvic tuck, feeling the low abs in towards the low back, length through the sternum and exaggerating it out through your head, feeling your weight sit into your left heel. Connect with your pelvis, that your pelvis isn't shifting out to the left side or the right, which would make you even more unbalanced. Feeling your pelvis move directly down like an elevator and up. And if you're quite wobbly as you go down, your pelvis may have shifted. This is the last repetition right here. And now we'll shake out, especially that left leg. All right, we've got another leg. Right leg is behind, preferably left heel touching the right toes, but if you're too wobbly even to do that, then widen your stance or wider apart. Find what works best for you. One hand behind the small of your back. Make sure you've got that tuck in good place so the low back is fairly flat. Squeezing in the right buttocks as you press the right heel towards the floor. Lengthen yourself up through your torso and exaggerate it through your head. Dropping your shoulder blades, of course, feeling your breath moving. And if you're ready to close the other eye or cover it, I'll just close my other eye. We're slowly bending into our knees. It's not a big distance. Feeling the weight into your right heel. Now, if you're too wobbly with the one eye closed, then of course, open your eye. We want to be a little bit wobbly, challenging our control. Exaggerate your length now, pulling through your chest and right out your head, lengthening. Holding that tuck in good position. Feeling your pelvis go directly down and not poke out to the one side, which would make you even more wobbly. Simply bending into the knees, hips, and ankles with the pelvis and the low back and torso not shifting. Putting your thoughts into that control. Connecting with your breath. And this is our last one. All right, shake that out. Well done. Okay, we're going on to our left leg. The right toes can stay on the floor, or you may place them on the dome of your left foot. Now make sure you squeeze into that left buttock so that it doesn't drift out even slightly. The more you squeeze in that left buttocks to hold it under you, it should really help your balance be a bit better. And your arms out, of course, can help you. So there's our position, toes on the floor or on the dome of your foot. Squeezing that left hip to keep the left hip under your left side of your rib cage. turn the right knee out. So he's, little balance check, that's good. Essentially, we're squeezing both cheeks, both butt cheeks. As we turn out the right knee, you can feel that squeeze on the right cheek. And as we press into the left heel, trying to keep that left hip under us without it poking out. Now pull that tuck into position so that your back is flatter through the lower back. You take both arms up, holding the right knee out, keeping the left hip under you, which is really squeezing in that left buttocks. Bring the arms back down. And now we'll shake that out. To the right foot, left toes on the ground or on the dome of the right foot. Keeping the right hip under you, not letting it poke out to the side. Feel the squeeze in the right buttocks when that hip is under your right side. Turning the left knee out. You can feel the squeeze in your left buttocks. Really mindful of the position of your right hip keeping under you. Pressing down into your right heel. Connected with your breath as you feel your pelvic tuck is in place. Imagining the small of your back is flatter towards a wall behind you, lengthening and exaggerating that length through your head. Now, can you bring your arms up a little bit? Still very connected with your breath. You can feel your tummy opening to take the air in. As you exhale, you feel the strength and the power you have in your pelvic tuck, abdominals, and the glutes. And we'll drop the arms and wiggle that all out. Okay, standing on our left leg, we were just on the right leg, left leg, we're going to touch in front to 12 o'clock. Holding that pelvic tuck can be you can have one hand on the small of your back and one hand on the tummy. 12 o'clock touch, last time. Keeping that pelvic tuck in place and your length as you touch towards 3 o'clock, just a toe touch. Really holding that tuck and exaggerating the length towards 5 o'clock. Small little knee bend on the left. Holding a strong tuck and long and lengthened onto the right leg, touching at 12 o'clock. Keeping your chest lifted so the shoulders can sit down. Lengthen right out through the top of your head as we touch towards 9 o'clock. A little bit tricky as we touch out to the side to not lose that pelvic tuck. Towards 7 o'clock. And one more time. And there we have it. Shake your arms out. Just put your feet together. If you can feel comfortable without losing your balance, close your eyes and we'll take a large breath in. Pull your arms up overhead and exhale, leaving your arms there, dropping your shoulders. One more big breath into your tummy. Reaching your arms up just a little further as you exhale, dropping the arms down. Hi, 10, my friends. Well done. That was more of a flow, relaxing, kind of getting in tune with our body awareness. I hope you liked it.